All right, all right. Let's see here. We're back with another one. This one's gonna be a little touchy for people, so get your sensitive hats on. Hey, it is what it is. Like I tell y'all, this is Smith Cartel channel. We over here reacting to some videos. Uh the Hodge twins got one up, another one up, so we're gonna check it out. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel. They pretty funny, man. They comedians, man. Them guys is hilarious. But I always watch the content, like to watch it, like to see what's going on in the world, some things and stuff. But we're gonna be cold chill. We're gonna be reacting to fake woman plays stupid games and win stupid prizes. Here we go. Now I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm looking at this picture. Now I can tell you that one in the front right there, the dark skinned one, is a dude. I can tell you that right now. That's a trans woman. Excuse me. The other one might be one too. I don't know, but it looks like it. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm saying that I'm looking at the shadow and I think I see Adam's apple. But I think they call it, what do they call it? The one with the blonde hair, I think they call it like they passable. Is that what they call it? Passable? I don't want to say the wrong thing. Is that right? Passable? I think that's what they call it. Anyway, they call it passable. People call, well, not they, people call it passable, I think. That's what it's called. Because they look like a woman, but they ain't. I don't-
It's crazy. It involves a 17-year-old kid.
What?
And
17-year-old kid.
17-year-old kid. And
So he's a victim.
well,
I'm thinking 17. He's got to be a victim, right?
well, it's a 17-year-old black kid.
Uh-huh.
36-year-old fake woman.
What?
What?
Wait, what? Ugh. Wait. What? It don't make that don't make no sense. So a 30-something-year-old trans woman, sorry, and a 17-year-old boy, 17, a kid. This I This gonna get crazy, y'all. I can already see it.
This incident involves a 17-year-old kid and a 36-year-old fake woman.
He's definitely a victim.
Well, listen how the news portrays this story.
Carlos Scotland, a confessed killer, walks into court for his sentencing. The 19-year-old pleaded guilty in November to killing 36-year-old Asia Davis, a transgender woman of color, in her...
A trans woman of color.
He's 19 now. It happened 2 years ago.
Oh,
They
Oh,
happened
okay.
when
I
he
was
was
like,
17.
what?
you heard how they explained the
Yeah, let's play it over.
trans woman of color.
Yeah, that's
Carlos
weird.
Scotland, a confessed killer, walks into court for his sentencing. The 19-year-old pleaded guilty in November to killing 36-year-old Asia Davis, a transgender woman of color, in her room at the Woodward Inn in...
Why did that matter? I'm kind of wondering the same thing. Why did it matter the color? Would it just be a transgender woman? That's weird. Why would they do that? Why would the news say that? Why would they say that? Like, I know the news like to glorify stuff and make people think something different than it is, or narrative than a narrative. But why would they say that? If the young man was black, she was black, or he, whatever you want to call it, and she or he, whatever, was a grown man, and he was a boy, a minor. So he getting sentencing? Ooh,
Highland Park on
June
June 1st of 2023.
Her beautiful, infectious smile and bubbly personality was taken away from us on the first day of Pride.
Julissa Abad, trans advocate and friend of Asia Davis, says just as Pride Month was getting underway, a celebration of the LGBTQ community.
Why didn't they announce her as a trans woman of color? Nobody caught that? Nobody caught that? Hmm? Just me? Okay. I was just checking because I was like, what? Why didn't they say a trans woman of color? They didn't say that to her. Okay. I, just saying, y'all.
Asia Davis was shot in the head. Video.
Like a fine woman right there.
Well, it looks like a woman, but it ain't.
I'm just saying, it looks like a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, I've did a lot worse.
Showed a man at the
These are
hotel
Paul
running
Roscoe
from her room.
Only 2 people were in that room that night and will ever know the true events of what happened. What we will know is that Asia Davis was shot execution style in the back of the head and left for dead.
Abad remembers racing to the scene when she found out a transgender woman had been killed, only to find out it was her friend.
The last memory that I have is seeing my friend on the floor outside of the hotel corner room with blood streaming all over the floor.
Is that the one that's next to her? Let me point out that y'all do see how much of a difference makeup does, right? Because if that's the one that was next to her or him or whatever in that photo, that was a bright person. I thought that was a white person. Now I'm looking at it, that looked like a brother.
Months of investigation led to the arrest of Carlos Scotland, who was just 17 at the time of the crime. Abad says the stigma surrounding the transgender community leads to
Why he posed like that? Why was he looking like that in his mugshot? That first off, let's start there. Dude, you had to look like, I mean, yeah, I know. Wait. But whoa. Did some he might have did something and then did it and realized it because the way he was looking was like you try to
homelessness,
play me.
unemployment, and too many people are forced to turn to sex work to make money.
The sad reality is, particularly in the black and brown community, men that are enamored with trans women cannot be themselves and have to resort to loving us in private and killing us in public than have anybody know of their association with us.
Abad says Asia Davis had hopes and dreams she was studying to be a nurse, but Carlos Scotland took that all away, pleading guilty to second-degree murder, sentenced to 17 to 30 years behind bars.
He's being held accountable for the crime that he did, so for that I am.
Hold on. What about the crime that the person did that the one that was unalive? We just gonna blow past that. That was a 30-something-year-old messing with a 17-year-old. That's just not that's normal. That's not normal at all. At all. 17 and 30-something. If it was a man, 30-something-year-old man messing with a 17-year-old girl, what would that be? Huh? If a 30-something-year-old man with a beard and everything was caught in a hotel room with a 17-year-old boy, what would that mean? This is insane. This is insane. Now I've made that person rest in peace. Godspeed. I'm real talk. And that's real. That's from the heart, regardless. That's a human being. But that's still a crime too. Why is it that you on here saying he getting what he deserves? He deserved that? He deserved for, we ain't gonna call it what it is, because we can't. But he deserved that. That's what he deserved. Okay. Okay. My dog's here. Somebody at the door or next door. 17 years old. He got 17 or 18 to 30 years. That's insane. That's crazy. That's gonna get overturned. He'll appeal that and get out. He'll get out in like 5, 10 years because that's crazy, man. That's like over crazy. Now what he did was wrong, but that was over crazy because you think about that for a minute. You really think about that, and you got this person here is like happy and applauding that because you know why? Because now they feel like, oh well, you know what? He got charged with it. Now we have an opening to where we can do that and get away with it. This is wrong, man. Both sides are wrong, but this is wrong. That's just crazy. And that boy, this is just crazy. And that's crazy to me because he did that and then turned around and just like you 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 say you do risky jobs that cause you could that the results to that and they kill you in public, but or unalive you in public, but be with what did you say? Be with you in private, something like that. Whatever you said. But the thing is though, 30 something years old and a 17-year-old, that's not risque and that's not bad behavior. I mean, that's frowned upon on any way you look at it. But nobody through this whole thing, nobody said anything about that. That's the problem. Because it don't matter what you is, 36 and 17 is not what it is. And I'm sorry, but I don't uh-uh. Well, I know there's a lot of comments gonna be made on this, but you know, I'm just speaking on how I feel. Soon as I heard that, it didn't matter what else was being brought out. Just like how this person on this picture right now, as soon as they heard that a trans person, they said a trans person had been unalive, they didn't care about nothing else. You can obviously see it. They don't care about nothing else. This is my chance to have an opening. This is our way to fight. It's crazy. It's crazy, but not stand there and look and say, this is insane because if this was a man, this would be a bad crime right now. This is crazy. They put Amber Alerts out on 17-year-olds. Amber Alerts. And at that age, I can remember 17. 17 is a long time ago, but I can remember I was crazy as hell. I didn't give a damn. You embarrassed me, and I would have probably been in prison because I was a firecracker. You know what I'm saying? So that to do that to some young man like that and expect him to just be like, "Oh, that's cool. It is what it is." No, no. And then get on TV on the news and say, "Yeah, he got what he deserved." No, he's not. No, he is not. Stop covering the fact that all that bull crap and tell the truth. Then you say on one of them, you say transgender woman of color, but then you speaking and they got your name, your whole thing, and they don't say no transgender color with you. That's insane. But I don't know, man. I mean, rest in peace to the transgender woman. Sorry it happened, but you got to think though. You know that's the one of the biggest things they talk about in that community is that people talk about outside of that community is what happens if you talk to somebody and they find out that you're not what you really are. See, a lot of people only put that in on transgender women and transgender men. And that's not all who it falls on. It falls on a lot of people. That whole rhetoric right there falls on a lot of people. Because if a lot of people in this world could learn that they are not who they dress up to be, they'd be better off. Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of women out there who put on a lot of different stuff. Takes them a whole hour to get ready with their face and their makeup and their hair and all that stuff. And the next thing you know what I'm saying? You expecting this man to see you looking like you going to the thing Grammys, he want to see that every day. He ain't trying to see that other person. And he see this, and then he turn around and see you 2-3 days later. You got a stocking cap on and no hair. You're bald with a little ass bun on there. Or your hair ain't luscious like it is, and your eyelashes ain't as luscious like it is. Your cheekbones ain't as high. You got pimples, blemishes, and all that. And you expect this man to say, "Oh yeah, you're that girl." No, no, no. That's delusional. You can't do that. Because when that man see you for who you really is in your natural state, like you a damn animal, he gonna say, "That's not what I wanted." And you get mad. Well, why? I'm not good enough for you? No, you're not. You're not good enough for me because you lied in the beginning. You should have been who you naturally was and then worked up to who you wanted to be. Not who you wanted to be and not showed who you naturally was. That's insane. That's crazy. And then to get mad at a person and shame them and get mad at them because of it, that's crazy. And that's the same thing the transgender community does. Whenever somebody says something, if you walk by somebody and you look like you think that you're a girl because you put on a wig and everything, but you look like a guy to somebody, they're gonna call you a guy. Me, my personal preference is this: if I'm gonna call you what you look like. I don't give a damn what you is, and that's real. You can ask anybody to know me. I've called women men. I don't give a damn. I did. One lady used to come one day where I used to work at, man, and she had a rat. She was skinny and just. I thought she was a dude. For 5 years, I thought this woman was a dude until she told me one day. She said, "You've been calling me sir all this time." I said, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, brother." She said, "I'm a woman." What? Sound like y'all ever seen Fun with Dick and Jane? Where the cigarette now? But man, I'm telling you, I call you what you look like. If you come in, I don't give a damn if you got a wig on, if you got long hair. I know people with long hair. I know men with long hair. Hell, I got Samoans in my family. I know man, I'm a Panamanian. I know my hair used to be down past my back. And that was with it braided. So that don't mean nothing to me. To me, I'm looking at you. If you come in and you talk like a man, you act like a man, you look like a man, but you think you a girl, well, you're a man to me. And I'm sorry, you can't get mad at me for calling you what I see. You can't change what I see. That's something that's personal inside you. You have to fix that. You have to. And the crazy part is, I've learned in my lifetime, this is just my experience for me. In my lifetime, transgender women and transgender men do not take offense as much as transgender women do. I've sat there and said, "Oh, you a girl," to a transgender man, and they've been like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, I don't care." They're like, "Oh, okay, cool." They don't care. It's like they don't care. They're like, "Oh," but the men, the transgender women, oh, they get mad. They be ready to fight. They be trying to. And the thing is, that's not how a woman acts. All you do is you show to prove that you're a man. That's it. I've looked at millions of videos online, and they're like, "You want to call me a man? I'll step outside." Hey, y'all seen that one? And then the one with the little Caucasian fellow with the little white shirt, I think, and black, whatever. They call him something, and he pulls the wig off and starts going off, and it's like, okay. Then they even had one where the dude was preaching. Now, granted, he was preaching properly. He was going off. He was doing. I don't know if it was a skit, but then this transgender woman comes up and pulls a gun out, puts it to his head, says, "How about I end your life right now?" And he said, "Oh, you're going to kill me with a gun?" This preacher was like, I'm like, "Dude, you crazy." And then he walks off. It looked like it. To me, I think it was a skit. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's not far off from what you see. Y'all run around talking about that everybody putting y'all in danger. Y'all need to talk to your own people. They putting each other in danger because with all that running up on, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna keep running up on people because people giving y'all the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? They give you the benefit of the doubt because they treating you just like you one of them kids in school. Like, I'm gonna ignore this person. Go on, man. Go on. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna push people to a limit, man. And they're gonna start reacting the way y'all want them to react. Y'all ain't gonna want that. Because I'm gonna tell you, you run up on me and that crazy, you running up on a crazy person. Hmm. Good luck. I'm from Texas. I mean, I know how to cook, fight, and shoot that good in the mud. So hey, but y'all stay safe. I mean, I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it either. It's just the fact that y'all got to listen to what happened in the beginning. 36 and 17, that's crazy right off the bat. Let's start there. Let's not jump over and go to this and then come back and put a pin in it. No, we got to go right there. Right off the bat, story start. You know? So, but that's probably why I'm an Aquarius. I see things for bias. I have a clue. That's what it is. But look, you guys, y'all stay safe, man. All of you, everybody in every community, stay safe. Y'all take care of yourselves, protect yourselves at all costs. Stop going and meeting up with people. I mean, that look like a hotel. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Any of y'all, because that's just dangerous in itself. What you tell me? This cop told me one time I busted a U-turn in the hotel parking lot. Cop pulled me over. I said, "Damn." He was like, "Yeah, ain't nothing good going on in the hotel at this time of night." Okay, sir. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just make sure. And the only reason why I got away with it turning that U-turn, because I did bust an illegal U-turn, was because I had my ex-wife on the phone and my son had failed and she was talking to me and I was trying to bust a U-turn to come back to the house. And he heard her talking. He was like, "You want me to give you a police escort?" Nah, it ain't that serious, brother. You know what I'm saying? Just don't search this car because I have more shit than a World War III. I mean, but he was cool to the man though. He was like, "All right, man, just be safe out here because these people are crazy characters out here, man." And it's crazy because he was talking to me and I drove off, all I heard was "Bop, bop, 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 bop." I thought he was shooting at me at first, but it was in the hotel parking lot they were shooting. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, at the end of the day, y'all stay safe, protect yourselves. All right, all right.